Hello guys, so the Timemore 078s has finally arrived. Can't wait to open it. Right. There it is. That's what's included: a t-shirt and the grinder. That's what it looks like. Look quite smart. It's slightly smaller than the niche and occupies lesser space. That's the zero position. I have adjusted the zero positions. If you pull this out, you can see this screw here, which you can use to adjust the zero position. So this was located in this section here, which I've just moved it to allow me to grind a little bit finer. Now, the way you decide which position to adjust your zero position is to check for when the grinder burrs almost touch each other. So I'll just show you 1 minute. Right, okay, so I'm going to switch it on and just hear the noise, and just, can you hear that? That means the burrs are almost touching each other. So I want the zero position to be just a few notches away. So in this position is perfect. Okay, my first ever brew with the Timemore. Let's see what happens. The first one was too fine, so I've increased the grind size to 1.5 or so. Let's see. This one is too fine as well. 2.4. Looking good. That's the coffee. It is bloody amazing. I'm getting flavors that I've never thought possible. Look at all these attempts. But this is the best so far. I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting this at all. So friends, these are my views about the grinder. I'm not an expert, so my palate is probably not as refined as the experts. I'm a home enthusiast like many of you. So for me, this grinder is really good. You know, when I got this grinder today, I was expecting the worst. I'm sure you all read reviews where it says that it needs seasoning by up to 7 kilograms for it to be usable. My experience hasn't been that. I haven't seasoned this grinder at all. What I will say, however, is that this grinder is not forgiving. Unlike the niche, this grinder is not forgiving at all. So it produces some boulders. So you have to spend 30 seconds up to a minute making sure that you use your WDT tool to break down all the boulders. If you don't spend that time, you will see a lot of channeling. But if you've done that, I think this grinder works really, really well. Now, hopefully that will improve with more seasoning, but my experience is you do not need to season the grinder. So that's next video will show you what happens if you haven't done the WDT. This is at the 2.4 mark. Looking good. So as you can see in the previous video, there's lots of channeling. I hadn't spent a lot of time doing WDT, maybe spent about 10 seconds. Clearly that wasn't enough. So final thoughts, if you're a home enthusiast and you purchase this grinder, don't worry, it's brilliant. Just make sure you do enough WDT and you will get great espresso. Hopefully, maybe in the next few weeks, I'll get a chance to compare it to the niche properly. But first impressions are that it is better than the niche in terms of flavors. In terms of workflow, it's almost similar. But I'll probably make a more detailed video in the next few weeks. All right, see you later, guys.